maybe 1979 or 80 or something. He got it in Germany. It was like how to travel on Mexico on $10 a day. And I looked up a place that was supposed to be cheap. It was in Guaymas, and stayed there, and it was supposed to be nice. And they had like a gated place, and it was only $4 a night for the hotel. But it had nothing. It just had a like a cement block with a pad on it, no paintings or nothing like that. And they opened the door and listened to the music on the street.
What do they call those places? They have a lot of them in Mexico City.
Is that right?
Hostels.
No, this had its own toilet and shower and stuff. It was a regular hotel, I guess. It was just kind of stark, but it was, you know, so they gated the cars and stuff inside.
You want me to cook anything?
No, we're going to breakfast, I guess. So. And Gloria had made a bunch of stuff and brought down here too.
Well, better eat it today because we can't take it across. They'll say, I want to ask you one time, do you have anything? You're not supposed to. And why my mother-in-law told him, yes, she said, I've had a meatloaf. She said, well, you can't take it across. So we had to go back to Mexico and eat our meatloaf.
Is that right?
I said, you didn't have to tell him. She got mad at me, and I got mad at her. I said, why did you have to volunteer our...
Does meatloaf bother them? I thought they were more worried about like vegetables
yeah.
and fruit.
I made me some water, honey, and white vinegar. Apple vinegar. It's supposed to be good for you.
You drink it?
Yeah, it's not that great. They told me to put cinnamon in it, but maybe cinnamon sticks would be okay, but not the powder. It just doesn't dilute very good.
Yeah, where'd all the lava come from?
From, there's a crater out there. There's a lot of craters out there.
From where that crater is? It's a volcano crater?
Mm-hmm. Right over there by that mountain, the Penasco. And big, is like a mile across. And you can see the old Indians made a trail around it.
Okay.
Like I said, we went with a group of people from Ajo. Now they don't do all those things. There's more craters out there, but I just saw that one big one. They call it Alicante, meaning big. But the gringos that came here in 1909, they named it after themselves.
Okay.
Like, you know, what they came to do here was to kill bighorn sheep.
Oh.
For the government. They took their heads to Washington, D.C. There was another group that came from Welton, from New York, and they took a train all the way to Welton, Arizona, and they got wagons and horses, and they come this way. This one man went as far as this mountain to hunt bighorn sheep. Sierra Blanco. He hunted sheep there, and he hunted sheep way out here. This called Rosarita. You can see a mountain way out there close to El Golfo. It's called the Rosario Mountain, Rosario. And there's old trails of Indian taken from the airplane, you know. And he says that when he killed his sheep there, they were stunned. They were interbred. And they were smaller. But up here, they're bigger right here.
Okay.
And he killed over here and on the Penasco. And after that, he went to, there's a little breeze here.
Picking up now?
Yes. After that, he went to the Libertad and stayed with the Seri Indians, and they were starving. And he helped them kill deer. They went on the Tiburon Island, and there was deer there, and they helped kill to feed them. It's a very interesting story this man wrote.
It was in a book or in a magazine?
In a book. I got the book. His name is Shelton. That's his last name, Shelton or something.
That sounds like a familiar name, I think.
He went to Alaska to he used to work for a big rancher in Mexico, where just before they had that the war against each other. What do you call it? Pancho Villa.
Oh,
And Pancho Villa used to work at the ranch where he was at, and he was like he liked to hunt. The men liked to hunt, so he would get the Mexicans to go after the different, even a bear, and he would bring it in, and Pancho Villa would knew how to butcher and how to do those things. And he was a friend of the president, Roosevelt.
Okay.
And he asked him to come down. It was a ranch owned by Hearst out in
California?
Chihuahua.
Okay.
But he wasn't from California.
Yeah.
He had a big ranch in the state of Chihuahua in Mexico, and this guy went over there. They were going to bring a railroad into those Copper Canyon. And that's how he ended up there. This was all in the book. It's really interesting. And then they had to quit work there because they had the war. So he came back to the United States, and then he started hunting for sheep for the U.S. Department of whatever they had to show at the Washington, D.C., like a museum.
Yeah.
So he came out
The Smithsonian or something? Or actually, probably in the Natural History Museum?
Probably. And he came out here, and that was the job he did, and he got to this place. The war was going on, and he got to this place by that was the only watering place. It was called Tenajos Alta, meaning high tanks. And he was there. There was a whole bunch of Mexicans sitting around, and they had wrapped up their cases and cases of rifles and hid it in the underground. They didn't know if they were other soldiers. But they came here and they said, "Gringo, what are you doing in here?" He said that he was going to go hunting. He said, "You have permission?" Then he said, "No." He said, "I'll give you permission." So he wrote a permit. I got the book if you want to read it. his kids turned all his records and his diaries and his stories to the University of Arizona.
Okay.
And the University of Arizona made a book. I think those birds eat ants, don't they?
Looks like they are. Are they?
That lucky lady, she can walk all over the place and I can't barely walk.
I thought those people were going to walk all the way to the other side. Looks like they're starting to come back, maybe. Or
let me get my binoculars.
there was a nice breeze coming through here for a minute. Huh?
Yeah, I felt it.
Do you feel better now?
A little bit. I mean, I feel better, it's just my stomach, but after a while it'll go away like it did yesterday. Remember how in the morning it started?
Did you take something else in the morning, or it just comes on in the morning?
It
Huh?
just comes on, just feel it in your stomach.
I'm excited to know that there's plenty of water in that tank.
That water feels good, makes you want to just stay in there.
That's what I said. I was rinsing out my scuba thing, and like I said, I was just soaking it up. I was like, oh, this feels so good. I was in there for quite a while, and then that comes out pretty fast too.
Uh-huh, feels good. We'll probably have to give her something for it. We're using a lot more water than she is.
But no, I didn't. Like I said, I didn't use that much. This morning I would just real quick. I was like, I didn't know how much it was there,
How much water?
and I turned it on low. Huh?
I'm going to try to pick up a shower head in tube soap.
Do you want me to get that shower head working?
Well, how do you take the sand out of it? How do you get the sand out of it?
Oh, it comes out easy.
How?
You just go the opposite way, and you can just bang it out. Comes out, and you run some water through the other way. It comes out.
Oh, go ahead then. I didn't know. I thought you had to get one of those.
You can just take it apart and then just kind of bang it out, and it's good to go. Okay.
Soaking in that water.
You just blow some new water the other way.
There's some of those long-legged birds out there.
Some of them you can get apart. This one I don't know.
That lady walks past.
When we leave tomorrow, I'm gonna spray that shower with bug spray, so it'll kill all the scorpions and roaches that come in.
I didn't think bug spray killed scorpions, does it?
Yes, it does.
It does?
I see a lot of them.
Did. Oh, that's what kills scorpions. They were telling me you put around the house. I was trying to think of the name. It's called diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous.
It's called diatomaceous earth, and it's real fine sand. And you just spread it around, and then when the scorpions get in it, they get it, I guess, in their mouths and stuff, and then it just kills them. It's kind of like a glass